Resting bitch face can be your greatest asset, but it will also bring a lot of unnecessary attention. About a decade ago, I was promised a promotion and given all the job duties, and then after months of doing the job, it was offered to someone else. Here's how my RBF helped me, because I was ready to make heads roll. And in a dash of karma for that company, the person they offered the job to strung them along for weeks and then didn't accept the job. So they thought that I was going to keep doing it. Newsflash, I was not. I knew that I had to have a conversation with the head of the department. And this was very difficult because, along with other strange things that they had been doing that I was too young to realize were major boundary violations, I had to share an office with him. Do you know the power balance between a training assistant who's been abused as a training manager and the director of the department? So in preparing for this conversation that I knew I wouldn't have an escape from, I wouldn't have many places to decompress after, and I was afraid of getting emotional during the conversation because it was important to me to be honest, but I had enough wherewithal at the time to know that I couldn't be as candid as is normal for my rural North Florida ass. And I was talking to my best friend about it. She told me, girl, don't worry about it. If there's anything you're good at, it is having a stone face. That's all you have to focus on, is keeping that stone face. You know how much it bothers especially men. Let that be what is satisfying to you, is that he will want you to be smiley and pretend everything is okay. And that while you are going to stay calm enough to not get fired, the petty part of you can appreciate that the lifetime of stone facing you've been doing, not even intentionally, is ready to pay off. And that was just the pep talk I needed. And so I did go into that office, our office, very calmly and stoically told him that based on how I had been treated, I am no longer interested in the position. He tried to deny ever knowing that I had been promised the job. I just sat there and stared at him. And he got very uncomfortable. And I just didn't do anything. And then he apologized. Now, this situation did get even worse in other ways, and you can see more in a video I posted a few days ago about how I literally set the scene for their abuse for them to experience firsthand. And I still didn't get in trouble for that because, again, I knew the rules enough that they had trapped me once, but they weren't able to trap me again, and I was able to lay traps for them. This was before I even did my dissertation on the unwritten rules of work for the working class. And here I am a decade later, helping people avoid doing this. So if you're someone with resting bitch face, she's not resting. She's employed. If this resonates with you and these are skills you want to learn, I do offer coaching. My coaching program is 6 parts, though I do individual and customized as well, but Module 6 is on clapbacks that work, conflict resolution that won't get you fired and still holds them accountable. If that interests you, send me a message. My modules include 2 one-on-one sessions with me, 2 video lessons, and I believe this one has 5 worksheets. The outcomes are to learn how to recognize very passive-aggressive power traps and how to navigate them. This is based on my personal experience and my decade of research and my experience working in corporate and federal America. You don't have to play the game to become toxic, but it is good to know what it is so you don't fall into the traps, because the game is set up so that a natural response will get you in trouble, because that is the point of why they do it. If it was a rare response that they were expecting, there would be no power in it.